Hello everybody, this is Compound Interest, and today in this video we're going to go through some of the indexes and talk about Bitcoin for the charts, the SPY, the German 30, the UK-100, the Nasdaq100, and try to go through gold and maybe USD CAD. So stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, please hit that bell for notifications, hit that subscribe, and hit that thumbs up. I do truly appreciate it. I really appreciate all my subscribers and my supports. I really appreciate if you give me a thumbs up. That means a lot and helps me push out more videos. So I want to disclose I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment information purposes. Do not buy or sell based on anything I talk about. Buy or sell after your own research, due diligence, and you like the investments you're pursuing. All right, so I'm going to go through, just my last trade with Gold Rush. So this is the Gold Cup app. It's an amazing app. Now it's on Android as well as it's on iPhone. So the Gold Rush app, just basically, we had this buy here. So it was a buy, and then it says 1860 entry, stop loss 1851, 1865 take profit, 1874 take profit, and 1884 take profit 3. So it literally hit the 2 take profits. So I'm going to go over in the chart where this was called out. So here, he shows it right here. I'll go back. If you can see that's the thing. Luke Longmire from Instagram. And Long Money Luke, he's doing a lot of great service for traders to get really good with gold. And I want you to be a part of the whole, this development in gold. So gold's going to continuously, don't matter if it goes up or down, going to continuously make money on trades in gold. And, it's just an amazing opportunity. And, we go through as well the US 30. We do that with Kim, and we do the SPX, which is a SPY, and then we do the US 30, and sometimes Nasdaq trades and German 30 trades coming soon on the app. So it's an amazing opportunity, and this is a lifelong skill, and I'm going to be doing this for many years because the development in my trading is unreal. So these are the indices are where literally billionaires trade. So it's not an easy thing to do to learn, but because I'm trading with the best, then I can develop my skill to be the best. So we'll go through. I'll show where we got into the trade. So see, what am I doing with that? See right around here on the day, about here, like it did a big stop hunt right around here, and then it came back, and then we got into the trade around here. So it came back, but it never went to the stop loss, and then it pushed up. I think actually we got in around here. Actually, I don't think we had that much drawdown. I really think it was about here. We had about $4 or $5 of drawdown, something like that. $4. Like we got in around here, 1860. And my stop loss was 1851. Wasn't close to the stop loss. It was around here. So I'll do the vertical line. It was about here where we entered, and it didn't deal with any. Oh, actually no, it was like this. So we went here, we got in here actually, and then it went up to here, and then he said to get out of the trade kind of. But if you never got out of the trade, it never hit the stop loss, and it continued it on, and it went all the way to 1879 or 1880. So it hit the take profit 1, and then if you stayed in the trade, it would have gone to $20, and you're risking $9 on the trade. So that's better than a 2-to-1 for risk reward. So that's what we're learning, and to find really accurate trade setups, but also have really good risk reward where you're risking 1 to get 2 or to get 3, right? So You're risking, you know, $30 to get $60. You're risking $100 to get $200, $100 to get $300, right? So that's the mentality that I'm learning with Luke, and it's an awesome. So I'm going to take those vertical lines out, and we'll just talk about this for a little bit, and I'm going to move along to some other, you know, things. So, you know, it's just trading in a range right now. So, you know, we got it price trap. That's a trade strategy that I've learned in the academy. You know, it's honestly an amazing setup. You know, you just trap price in the 1 hour, and, you know, if it breaks above and then, you know, it closes and it retests, then you take it higher. So it's an amazing way to trade the markets. I'm a lot better at seeing buys than I'm seeing sells as far as using the price trap, but you know, it works well on the sells as well. So I'm gonna go to the, you know, so it's just trading around 1870. So, you know, I'm not sure exactly where it's gonna go. The 200 EMA is right around here, around 1879. So, you know, it didn't want to push through, so it has to work its way to push through to get to the other side to in order for it to go to 1900. So I'm not sure, like, it's going to be fundamentals. If there's going to be stimulus, that's going to push it up, but it looks like it wants to come down. The RSI is pointing down, so we'll see. The 4 hours still, like, it just looks like it wants to go back down. Like, that was just a little pump, and now it wants to go back down. So we'll look at the daily. Yeah, it was blue. On the daily, it actually looks kind of bullish. Actually, it looks like it wants to come to like $1,900. So 19's got a lot of traffic. You know, if you look along here, it's had a lot of traffic. So it'll be interesting. Again, I mean, it's not at its all-time high, but who's to say when that's gonna happen? I mean, that's not a wick. I'm just gonna take that out. Trend line. So I mean, it's just chilling around here in this zone. So, you know, it needs to build some momentum. It's probably picking up a lot of orders around here before it's gonna push back up to 2,000 and higher. So I mean, you see like Bitcoin going to $18,000. I don't really see the reason why gold shouldn't be less than 10 times what Bitcoin is. So if, you know, I think that gold should literally be like only 5 times cheaper than Bitcoin. You know, I don't think if max, like, I just don't really see the logistics as far as Bitcoin being worth. I understand it's a store of value. I understand you can move money with it and all that stuff like that, but there's nothing really that backing it. It's other than just like some electronic system. You know, I told at the beginning of the year that basically, you know, Bitcoin is a store of value to use for inflation. And I do really think it can go to $1 million. I think it can go to $100,000 with time. So I'm not telling people to really sell Bitcoin, but it definitely can pull back a bit. But it does really launch. Like, it looks like it's launching on the monthly. Like, that's just a really bold candle. So it probably has a lot more room to go up. For all we know, before the end of the year, it could go to 40,000, 50,000, even 100,000. 30,000, you know, 25,000. So who's to say? But it may go back down to 15,000. The monthly candle, it will want to probably retrace, like, say, but it trades during the weekend and just constantly getting pumped money. So we'll see. But how do you find you know, trades with Bitcoin using price trap? Well, you know, you see it like, it hasn't been really good, but for over here, if you would have found it around here in that area, and then as soon as it broke out and then it retests, this would be their safest entry right around here, and then pump it all the way up to here, then take your profits. Yeah, that's a strategy, or you could take that first buy, but it can sometimes be too weak and it'll push back. But yeah, that's basically how it works with the price trap. The EMA's on top. So, but it does kind of look like it wants to go down, like it wants to, you know, the EMA wants to cross over to the bearish side. So we will see. But that's on the 1 hour. So the RSI is really hitting really highs. So I mean, it can probably explode to close to like 100, or like not 100, but like 99 or 97. But what level is it at right now? 90. So yeah, I can go like, if it goes a lot higher, it's going to be at a lot higher levels. I'm talking about like $24,000, $27,000. So yeah, something to think about. Oh, but it just keeps steamrolling along. This would be the time to be buying. You know, back here on the daily, you saw the you know, it's in a consolidation for all this time, and then it broke out, retest, boom, like right around 11,000 all the way there. So, you know, seeing it with the charts and being able to read this better, you know, seeing the story along. So it's very interesting. Now we're going to go to US 30, or it can be the Dow in the stock market. So a stock for that would be the DIA, and it tracks the Dow. And then for bear ETF is actually SDOW. And there's another one. Just give me a second. DOG. DOG. Like Snoop Dogg, DOG is a bear ETF for the Dow or US 30. So it's something to think about. You know, it's holding on these levels. So, you know, if it breaks here, it could break down quite a bit, but it could just be just taking a little bit of a breather, and then it wants to go higher. So we'll see. But it is definitely like on the downward trend. So if it breaks down below here, we could definitely see an $800 move. That's 8,000 pips. Like, that's huge moves in currency trading, forex and stuff. So I mean, I love attacking this US 30. I attacked it this week, especially at the beginning of the week. That was really good when I attacked it around. Day was it? Yeah, it was about here, like this day. I brought it up here. I got into it a few times, and then since then it just started being bearish for the week. So it definitely does look bearish on the RSI on the daily. So I was thinking earlier that potentially this can actually go down to about the 50 moving average. So somewhere around there. And then it's got a lot of liquidity to play off there to go to the upside, or it's going to want to go down to that 200 EMA. So see, before it just, you know, it went below there and then it came back up. You know, it just works as a magnet. So see, it came back here and it didn't go below, and then it pushed up. But now it went below it and then it pushed up. So, you know, it's done this right here. It went a little bit below and then it pushed up, below and pushed up, and then it just went. And then when you see when it went very bearish, it broke below there, right? And then you took it for a sell all the way down there. So I mean, in another day when I'm really on top of my game, you know, when I see this stuff, I'm on top of my game now, but I don't have this opportunity, right? This opportunity can literally make you so much money on the sell side. Taking this for a sell, whether that's through an ETF or if it's through trading foreign currencies and on the forex exchange. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be trading this. And so if, you know, whether it breaks up or breaks down, I'm trading with the best. So that's what I think you guys should be doing. You guys should be trading with me, trading Gold Cup, trading US 30, trading gold, trading SPX 500, and learn from the best traders in the world to become one of the best traders in the world. So is it going to happen overnight? No, but you can copy, paste, and profit your trades. So with that Gold Cup thing, I was just showing that literally you can just plug it into your MT4. I'll show the MT4. If you haven't seen it, I got videos on this stuff, but I can show you. And you know, this is the SPX 500. So you literally go in here and you press a buy limit. Like, you got to figure out the lot size, but I can go through all that with as far as figuring out the risk. You want to do 3% risk every trade on your system. And so then you would say, like, say your risk tolerance is 0.1, and then you would put in the copy. and then it would just be paste. It would be paste, but I don't have anything that I copied, so I can't paste it. And then you go to the price, and then you put in a paste, and then you do it on the take profit, and then you just watch the trade hit take profit or hit stop loss. But 80 to 90% of the trades win, so that's a pretty damn good accuracy. So that's why I like trading with them. And yeah, that's when the market goes down again like that, we're gonna make a lot of money. And if it goes up, we'll make a lot of money too. The market has been pretty neutral lately, like other than the big pump last week. But, it's going to see a really good swing soon, where you're going to see it run from there, like from 28,890 all the way to 30,000. That's huge. That's like 12,000 pips. And then, so if this is going to go back up to 30,000, that's going to be 8,000 pips. So, I'd love to catch the run upwards, but the downwards is actually a lot more beautiful. Like if this is going to go down to 28,500, that'll be like 7,000 pips. But then when it's going to want to come back up probably after then, like I don't think it's going to keep in that. So anyways, enough about US 30 or the Dow. We're going to move along to Nasdaq 100. How much time have I done? 16 minutes. I want to do about 30 minutes. So so this was a trade setup. See, it broke these levels below the 200 EMA. You can look for sells. But yeah, just basically this is the support and resistance zone right around here. You see right here, it's just like below that's the body of the candle, so that makes it support resistance zone. It broke below here, and then it retested the zone, and then boom. It also was touching the EMA, so then it wanted to push down. So it pushed down really hard on the Nasdaq, and I didn't look at the Nasdaq because the Nasdaq's been trading kind of weird. I've been trading just the US 30 and this SPX500 for the most part, but yeah, now it kind of wants to retrace, so it's probably going to want to come back up to like 11,955 and probably go higher, but we'll see. It might just double bottom, so you kind of just want to wait. You don't want to guess on this stuff like that. It's not a setup. I'm just thinking about like for the setup what I would like to do. If it like double bottom, then take the next leg up, or if it it comes back probably if it's above the 200 EMA, then look for buys. So we'll see. Again, I haven't really been studying this too much. These were notes from a long time ago where I was taking this for a buy a few weeks ago. And from Kim Torres, I wrote all that stuff. So just keep a note, so I'm not having to look in my notepad. It's just right there in front of my screen. The deal with being an efficient trader is you want to be the most organized. You don't want to be scrambling too much because you want to be really fast and precise. So we're gonna go to UK-100, talk about that for a bit. It's one of the big indices in the world, and it's based on the UK top 100 companies. So we're looking at it in the Bollinger Band. So it's been trading pretty nice actually, like just a little bit ups and downs, nothing really too. So kind of surprised it didn't have that drop like the SPX 500 did, but that's life. So yeah, we'll see. It's still bullish on top of the blues on top of the red, and it's above the 200 EMA. RSI is pretty hot. It's not above 70, but it still can go up. But it's caught on the Bollinger Band on the weekly, so maybe next week it's gonna want to come back down. So we'll see. Again, the monthly is pretty bullish. It took it took that big drop and it hasn't recovered towards where it's at. Whereas the SPX 500 and the US 30 have like pretty much hit their all-time highs again, whereas the UK 100 hasn't, right? Is at like 7,900, but now it's got a lot of room to go up. So I'm learning with alongside with Amanda from Indonesia, and she's an epic currencies trader. But now she's doing the indices because I've given her like a lot of tips on how things go, and it's getting pretty sick. So I just want to share that with you guys. But if you guys want to join, I'll leave my email, and you guys can get a hold of me and talk about what it is you want to know, because we literally do stocks, we do indices, we do Bitcoin, you know, we do it all. We do commodities, we do silver, we do gold, we do the big indices, and we do currencies. So we're pretty diversified, but you want to find your niche in the market. So what I'm trying to do in the market for trading, like in the forex market, is trade indices. Indices is trying to be my bread and my butter. Like it's hard to learn it all on your hard to learn it, but I'm definitely gonna master the indices and then gold as well, because that way you trade for less hours in the day, but you can make like more profits on those. So it's a good system, and it moves a lot, right? Like I like action where, you know, the market's moving, right? We'll go to like Euro USD, right? See like how it doesn't move that much, right? It's like in the last, you know, like 12 hours, it's moved like the maximum you could have made on a sell was here, like 40 pips, right? Whereas we'll go to the SPX 500, where this is a 50-minute candle, 35, and that's literally 50 pips right there. And that's a 50-minute candle. You can get 5-minute candles that do that much move. Like look at this one right here. I'm not saying this was a buy right here, because that's a little more risky, but you could base it off selling off the 200 EMA actually. But the 35.69 down to 35.60, that's literally 2 times the movement as on a 5-minute candle that the Euro USD did over like 12 hours. So why wouldn't I want to trade where the movements are faster, so I can make my money faster, right? So that's what I'm learning. But this was a very good trade setup. It broke this structure right here. Now that I'm talking about this, and you know, I gotta go through German 30, and then I'm gonna be ending this video. I'm trying to do it about 30 minutes, so we're 22 minutes in. But basically, you know, it broke the zone. It broke the 200 EMA, came back up and retested the 200 EMA, and then it broke below the 14 EMA was on top, so that's still selling, you know, all the way here. Look for sells. I mean, you could literally look for a sell right around here, so you could have caught that movement. Now you take it down here, and it broke and retested this zone. So where the structure, this line is, I call this a different zone. So this, now you're in a new zone. So you broke and retested, and it retested that zone, but it didn't have enough firepower to stay in the zone, so it pushed back down. Now right around here, the 35.65 to the 35.62 range is where you should be looking for a sell. Right around that on the 5-minute, you should be looking for a sell right there. Then you're shooting for 5 to 20 points, right? So you could have got your 5 points right here and be done with your trade and got that 50 pips. Or go for the 100 pips right here, or take it all the way down here. And then as soon as you start to see it, green candles, then get out of the trade. So that's something that, you know, learning to do, master your emotions. A lot of it's mastering your emotions, because you can know as much as you want, but in the heat of the moment, sometimes your mind's just not thinking clear, right? And you don't make the best of decisions. But the more time you're in the market, you're going to make better decisions. But you don't even need to know all this stuff. You can just literally copy, paste, and profit on trades in the Gold Cup app by trading Luke's trades and just following proper risk management, 3%, right? So we're going to go to German 30. So German 30, you know, it's just, this is 15 minutes. It's one of the bigger indices, and it's trades similar to the UK-US-30 or the Dow, but it's a big mover. This is the daily, you know, came all the way down here, and then it pushed up. I don't have my 200 EMA on here, but it does still look somewhat bullish, but you know, it's in a tight consolidation area. So, you know, I'd like it to push up above, you know, 13,232 before looking for a buy, or to go below about here, 13,041, and then look for a sell and take it to 12,917. Now, if it pushes below here, then, you know, it obviously, but it honestly, it looks like it's going to go into a buy. So what I would like it to do is go above 13,232, then pump above 13,312, and then it's going to shoot up like way. Then it's going to go to 13,312 where these wicks are. And then if it goes above there, then we're talking like it could go to 13,500, 14,000. So something to think about. German 30 is a beast. I'm really happy that the Forex chick is actually adding that to the Gold Cup app. She does put out those trades on Sunday. If you join the academy, you don't even need to add the Gold Cup. She puts out 10 trade ideas, and you can literally do like 1 to 2 trades if your account's big enough, and you're done for the week. Like, you made good money off just those 2 trades. If you won those trades, like, you're not going to win every trade, but if you know, win, like, you got a good risk reward where you're risking 1 to get 3, and then you win like 1 out of 2, you made decent money because you made like 3%. So it's all about the compound interest. CISG, you know, you get 3%. You know, I'll showcase that compound interest. So these are some ETFs I'll share. The DOG before I'm going the calculator, and Russell ProShare Short Russell. So look at those ones as well as SQQQ. But yeah, some information on stocks. So yeah, just killing it on the money game, killing it on the financial game, right? So okay. So say you got $5,000, right? You're not adding anything, and so say like over 8 weeks, you get 3%. You just made $1,333 over 8 weeks. So that's literally what it is. If you do $1,000 and then you risking 3%, and then you end up getting 6%, then you times by 0.6, and then you got your 6%. Now you lose it the next trade for the week. Then you go back down to 3%. Now if you won both those trades and say you got the total is 6% of, so the 1 to 2 ratio, then you literally would you would be up 12% for the week. So now look at that, 12% for the week off just 2 trades. You're literally 2.5 times your money off those 2 trades for the week. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do that every week, but even like a blend rate like 5% over 8 weeks. Now, if you do that over 52 weeks, this is a more realistic 5% a week. Like, that's very, very good. But that's how, when you learn from Kim Torres and you set up those trades, you can do that. And over a whole year, you can turn your trading portfolio up 12 times. So I don't know if you can do that on your own. You know, you might be a really skilled trader, but with working alongside Luke Longmire and you doing these trade setups and you work the system and you follow proper risk management, you can do that in your account. So I just want to share. I'm going to do the that's pretty much it. You know, SPX500, you know, it's coming down, so we'll see. You know, it didn't break below this zone, so it's still in this structure, so it literally can reverse and go back up and hit all-time highs. So this is literally the SPY, so it just trades all night, and I trade it. It's one of the pairs that I trade a lot of in the US-30 add-in. We trade it, you know, we get our 5 points, our 10 points sometimes, and get on with the day. And we win very high accuracy, 80 to 90% of the time. So it's a very good time. And with Kim and Lano, they do it at 7 a.m. PST, Tuesdays to Thursdays, and 10 a.m. EST, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Luke does his sessions 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. Tuesday to Thursday, and that's PST. And then he does 8 a.m. EST, Tuesdays or Thursdays. So if you're in Ontario or if you're in other parts of North America, you know, obviously I don't know people's schedules. If you're like in the United Kingdom, if you're in Europe, like if you're in Asia, wherever you are, right? I mean, I don't know all my subscriber base and my viewer base, but I mean, that's the majority of people that watch me are from USA and Canada. So I'm just, you know, sharing the EST and the Canadian PST. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, it's a really good setup, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then all the trades that Luke does for gold, he'll put out on the app, and you can get notified and take those trades, right? So you could literally get that trade opportunity, plug it into your phone, or you have a laptop, be like, okay, my risk tolerance was, I can risk $90 on this trade. So you can risk that, and you can do the buy limit. So a buy limit is when it's above that price, but you want to buy it lower and then take it up. A buy stop is when it's below the price, but you want it to hit that price and then go up. So there's different ways. Like, so if you try to put in a price, say like 1888, well, it could do that, but you can't do it right now because the market's closed. But you couldn't do a buy limit at 1888 because it needs to go below the price you're at for a buy limit. So, but yeah, you could literally push in those trades if you had the app and you were part of the academy that I'm at, and then I can explain all that stuff like that. And you could have put in the trade with the risk, and it could have, on a 0.1, it would have made like $200 on that trade if you took it all the way to the TP2, and you'd be risking $90 on that trade. So essentially, you know, those trades, I mean, if you take it to the TP1, you'd make about $50 on that trade. And then the TP2 went above TP2, which would be $140 for the TP2. But it went above that almost to TP3. You could have taken it all the way to about 1880. So that would be 200 pips. And on a 0.1, every pip is worth $1. So you just times that by 200 for that pip count. But when your account gets bigger, you can trade like this, 0.5. And so then essentially you're risking $450. And then you could have potentially made, with the 200 pips, because you're making $5, you could have been potentially made $1,000 on that trade. So that's over time, when your account gets bigger and you're following proper risk management, then your account can like grow really, really good. But even at a short time, if you follow proper risk management and you don't try to take any of your trades yourself because you realize you're not the greatest trader yet, you just follow proper risk management and you take the copy paste profit trades and you do that like 2 to 5 times a week, like it gives you a very good setup to grow your account. So I just wanted to share that with people. This is a video I'm talked about, you know, gold, Bitcoin, US30, which is the Dow. I also went into some ETFs for the bear. Talked about the Nasdaq100, and for Nasdaq100 for stocks is the QQQ, and went through the UK100 and went through the German 30 and the SPX500. So I got you covered. You know, if you like Forex, you can add me as well on Instagram. I got a lot of great videos that I'm doing on IGTV, and I do my chart setups too. I kind of explain them on my Instagram. And you know, I got some other stuff. I've had some frisbee golf stuff. So if you want to add me on Instagram, I'll leave the link. But add me as well on Twitter. And you know, get a hold of me. You can message me on Instagram or Twitter. You can email me. I'll leave my email, compoundstock13@hotmail.com. And yeah, just, you know, time's coming to 2021. You know, if this is something you want to do, you know, right now is the time to get ready for 2021. That way you got a head start on the rest of the people that are working on their goals, right? And if you're working with me, I'm gonna put in my all to make sure you're set up and you know, rocking and rolling and getting these good trade setups. When you get the notification, plug it in and follow risk management. And there's notifications as well from Telegram. Luke keeps people on top of things, and it's a great organization. So just want to share this opportunity. I just want to share the charts with you, and you know, give you a little update on, you know, what I see in the markets on the charts and all these different indices and the things that I'm really focusing on so I can be the best in the market. So anyways, keep compounding info. This is my lingo. Shaka, peace. I'm outie.